Chicago is.
That's a Frank song, right?
Yeah.
My kind of town.
We're going to sing that together. We should sing it together.
My kind of town, Chicago is, right?
Is that we're starting on Chicago?
Yeah, because they're having badass ventures going on all over the state. So 58 shot over Labor Day weekend, just over one weekend, okay?
Yeah.
Out of the 58, 8 people dead. This is just one story we're going to cover today, right?
Is it 8 or 11? How many people actually?
So 58 people shot, 8 fatalities reported across 37 separate incidents, okay? Notably, 2 mass shootings occurred within 48-hour span in Bronzeville neighborhoods.
And they don't want Trump in there.
Pretty much. They don't want Trump in there. They don't want Trump, giving his 2 cents. But this is not about Trump. When you think about it, it's who cares about Trump? Even if the president was Joe Schmo, what difference does it make what administration this is? This city is going to hell on a daily basis.
Well, the argument is that they're saying that the crime is down from last year. So that's their argument. But so last year there were 500 people killed, let's say, and this year they're up to 250. So they don't give a shit about the people because 200, whatever the number is, even if it's 10 people, it's 10 too many. People should be able to walk the streets,
especially in a massive city like Chicago.
This is like New York in '76 when Son of Sam, a documentary I'm watching right now.
Yeah.
There was so much crime, they didn't even connect the dots until he shot 5 different couples. Then they go, hey, it's the 44 slug. It's the same slug. But because they were all different boroughs, so there was so much crime going on there. And it's the same thing. Why wouldn't you welcome the president? He's going, I want to help you get rid of crime. And they're going, no, because they don't like him because they're Democrats.
But this is my take. It doesn't matter, again, which administration is in power.
But that's what they're doing.
Exactly. And they're blaming, Tom was, just showing us the news conference that the mayor of Chicago, BJ, was talking about.
Brandon Johnson.
Tom, can you pull that up?
This man is one big fucking idiot. Listen to what he has to say.
Yeah. The vast majority of guns do not come from Chicago. They are not made in Cook County. They are not bought in the state of Illinois. These guns come from red states. They are coming from Indiana. They are coming from Mississippi. They are coming from Louisiana.
And the governor behind him looks like a sitting, standing behind him.
He's another piece of shit.
But this is the thing, why mention red states? Why mention any states? The interesting thing is that this guy is constantly, pushing that Trump is playing politics, but he's the one playing politics right now, right there.
Because what Trump is doing is cleaning up, and the people are happy about it. They don't have a message. These Democrats don't have a message. Their message is Trump bad, us good. That's it.
Yeah. And that's what's terrible right now, that people can't put 2 senses together and, have a common sense that crime is bad. It doesn't matter you're a Democrat, you're a Republican, whoever's running the state. It makes no difference. They have a Democratic mayor, they have a Democratic governor, but, they're blaming the administration for the crime in their city, in their state, while at the same time, they're not seeking any help. They can seek help. They can seek help and ask, for more policing or more funding from the federal government. Say, hey, we need more police force in our cities. Can you help us out? We have too much crime.
Trump says, I want them to call me. He says, I hope they call me. I will help them. But he's going to help them. He's going to go in there anyway because it's his job to protect the people. It's like last week, Trump was missing, and people were saying, oh, he must be dead. And there were people on social media going, fingers crossed, oh, I hope he's dead, all this stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Over the Labor Day weekend, this hoax came out that Trump is dead because he wasn't seen one day.
The amount of people that were on social media clapping hoping he was dead is just...
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. You were going back and forth with a friend of yours.
Friend of yours? Did you like my comments?
I did. I loved your comments. And, and he was hoping that he's dead too. Why?
Yeah.
Why, prey upon evil towards the leader of your country? It doesn't matter who he is, And personally, for me, however much Joe Biden sucked, However much we want him to be out, we never prayed for him to be dead.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
And
The auto pen.
I said, this is from his playbook, and it's like a big vacuum. The Democrats are so stupid that rather than spend 7 months, they still don't have a message of what are you going to put forward to the American people. They don't have a message, even though there are members of the Democratic Party saying we need to get a message. These other buffoons aren't. And there was that woman that basically, she looks like she's Indian. She's a senator. She's getting together with the Republicans, and they are actually going after. They're not allowing senators or congresspeople to be able to purchase stocks. So they're actually working together on this stock issue. Why can't they just say, let's just figure this out?
You know, I think Democrats have just totally lost it. They have no message, like you were saying. Their messages constantly bash Trump and the administration. They hate him so much. They have to find a message, you know, and the message should be good. It should be not evil, you know, not ill-intended, you know, and maybe we should put Bill Maher as the leader of the Democratic Party. I think he'll do a good job. What do you think?
Well, I like Bill Maher. I mean, I watch him every week, but I don't think but he doesn't have the temperament to be a politician.
I know. That was a joke. I'm just saying, you know, the guy has so much common sense that he's a super Democrat, and he's calling out all the BS that these people are doing, you know?
Yeah.
It's just getting overwhelming, and it's tiring, and it's the constant same rhetoric over and over and over again. And, you know, these Democratic mayors, instead of changing their ways, they're just, you know, adapting to their old ways and making it worse. I hope Trump comes out and says, you know what, L.A. needs to change as well. I'm going to put the National Guard in L.A. for your crime rate to go down.
He said he's going to.
I hope so. I wish that this Democratic mayor, you know, and our Democratic wonderful governor, who has a year and a half left, you know, can change their ways. And these new upcoming contenders who want to be governor of California, I mean, this is the biggest state economically in the country.
It's the fifth economy.
Fifth or fourth largest economy in the world. You know, this state is the most important, most valuable state in the union. And we need somebody representing this state as a, you know, as a country itself. You know, this state represents America.
Yeah, I mean, we need a businessman, politician, because this state generates so much revenue, and we're losing big companies. They're leaving. They're going to Texas, and they're going to all over the country other than here.
But besides that, I'm just saying, for regular Californians, regular Angelenos who live here, they're tired of it. I mean, every single day you see robberies, murder, you know, people getting shot and people getting, you know, stolen, their items stolen from their vehicles, but money being stolen from a wedding. Have you seen that wedding crash?
Yeah. And,
in Glendale?
Yeah, and the people, as he's coming in, they're all on their phones.
Exactly.
He's walking right by them, and they're all on their phones.
I mean, where
idiots.
has this city gone to you? That's how okay it has become for people to steal and, you know, to mug and whatever, man.
And then
it's just getting crazy.
Some of those people that were shot, or they were shooting in Chicago at a football game.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tom, can you pull that one up, please? And this poor guy saying we can't even have a football game in Chicago anymore.
Everybody gotta get down because they shoot. Everybody down. Look, these kids are running. They shooting. We can't have no fun in Chicago, man. No fun, man. This is terrible.
Like you say, your favorite word, these buffoons don't understand that at the end of the day, the point of being a leader of a state and a major city like Chicago is to represent its people, and that's its people.
Well, the guns are not from Chicago. The guns are from red states.
Oh, can you also put up where BJ says that until this administration, you know, is not out of here, this is going to continue, or something of that sort?
He blames Trump, yeah.
Shootings will continue as long as this presidential administration continues to put politics over people.
He's putting people over politics.
Exactly.
That's what Trump's doing.
Exactly. Explain to me, how is he putting politics over people?
These are Democrats. He's protecting Democrats.
But can I say something? I don't think this is a Democrat thing anymore.
No,
These are not Democrats. Democrats are not supposed to be this way. Democrats were not this way. Democrats never thought this way. You know, I think this is some new sort of a party under the pretext of a Democrat. I think these people, you know, they're just copying and pasting from every single other, you know, under the umbrella name Democrat, okay? Same rhetoric in the same major metropolitan cities, same states, you know, LA, Chicago, New York, you know, San Francisco, and so on and so forth. Everybody has the same rhetoric.
Yeah.
Everybody under the Democratic umbrella. This is not Democrat. Trump's dear friend, Jeffrey Epstein, is back on the Wheel of Fortune again.
Of course.
You know, he's been constantly circling around. He's not going away for some reason. Can you notice?
Of course, because they want to distract.
So apparently they released 33,000 new pages.
Oh, beautiful.
But these are not new. Only 3% is actually new. Only 3%, which is about, you know, whatever, 1,000 pages. And
did they ask ChatGPT to rewrite it in different ways so that it can have more pages? Like, give me a different spin on this, and then it'll give you another 100 pages. Okay, now give me another spin, and it'll give you, is there little slats between the words? Because that's what ChatGPT does.
Also, they released the video. Did you see the video?
No.
Tom, can you pull up the video for us? This is the missing minute, or...
Okay, but what is it? What is this?
I don't know. So this guard, you see, look into the background. Look to the left. Look to the all the way left.
Yeah.
You see there's something moving over there, or it was moving just now.
First of all, this is ridiculous that you put somebody in a room like this.
This just proves that everybody was right all along, you know, that something is going on, some conspiracy is going on. Do you see somebody's moving on the top left over there?
Yeah. Now, what is he doing in there? It looks like he's going to the bathroom. I was telling Tom earlier. That doesn't make any sense. What is this? What does this mean? Do we actually know this is the missing minutes?
It just proves again that there's a conspiracy going on, and there's a lot of important people involved in this. And of course, the government doesn't want to release the names of those important people because we're America, you know. We have very powerful people,
and all these women are now coming out, going on the news, doing press conferences, saying, looking to get some money. I guess I don't know because.
And let me announce now, several of us Epstein survivors have been discussing creating our own list of names.
Oh, really? Well, why don't you give it to us? Give us the names instead of this bullshit.
We know the names.
We're going to hide them.
Many of us were abused by them.
Who?
Now, together as survivors, we will confidentially compile the names we
Who?
all know were regularly in the Epstein world.
Who?
And it will be done by survivors
Who?
and for survivors.
Do you think she's going to end up
This is
No
bullshit.
one else is involved.
shooting herself?
Stay tuned for more details
Who?
on that.
Who did it to her? Give me the name of the person that molested you, that raped you. I want to see the name of the people that did it to you instead of you going on a press conference with pom-poms going, woo, we're going to get the names. Woo, we're courageous and we're survivors. Woo, I want to hear the names out of your mouth because I'll tell you something. If somebody stuck something in me, I would be going right on the TV, all over the social media saying, this is the person that did it. Not this bullshit. This is more smoke and mirrors. That's what this is. I guarantee it. That felt good.
Yeah, but you know what's disturbing?
Go ahead.
That the Democrats
Yes.
actually they're gathering signatures, so the Epstein names or the Epstein files can be released, and Republicans are not playing along. That's
Don't they already have the name? Don't they already have the signatures? Don't they already have all the information? Can't they just give it to something, to some variety or some kind of magazine so that they could just put it? Oops, it fell. Where did I put it? And why can't Variety or some magazine or some internet spy release those names, right? It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all bullshit. We've been hearing this stuff for months now. The Democrats don't give a shit. They're just pushing it to distract. That's all I see.
I know, but they're the ones pushing to gather the signatures and
They've been doing this all year.
I know, but GOP's not playing along. They need a majority.
If you know the people on that list, Joe, if I knew the people on that list, I would say it right now in Social Venture. This is who did it. I know Prince Andrew's on that list. I know Alan Dershowitz is on that list.
But maybe they don't, though? And that's why they're trying to push for the full names?
No, it's bullshit. That's right.
So what do you think? It's just a foreplay?
Yeah. Sorry, Tom. I didn't mean to mess up your hard work.
But you're right. If they do know the names, what the hell do they need a legislation for?
There's another woman came out said the same thing.
Release it. Be a another whistleblower.
I raped children. That's what they should be saying.
Don't say things like that. That people cut it up and then paste it.
Yeah, I'm going to cut that up. It's
Yeah.
going to look really good on your social media.
Yeah,
Okay. So, these women were children when they were raped. Okay. So why won't you give the names or who did that to you instead of going on a what are they, pep rally in high school? Woo, woo.
Do you think the names will ever get released, or do you think this is going to be another like a Zapruder film or something like that?
What happened to Pete Diddy?
That's right. What happened to P. Diddy? Can you see we've totally forgot about him?
Yes.
We totally forgot about him. He's not in the news. His case was dismissed. He got what, like a prostitution charge or something right? A prostitution. He's not even in jail, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because those people, most likely, are people like this, very powerful in America, where their names, should not be listed, because they run this country in many different forms: business, entertainment, politics, religion, as well.
Of course.
Just because we
Let's move the priests around. Let's move them around.
A Christian country doesn't mean that these religious leaders are not also pedophiles and raping these children. I mean, look at the Catholic Church. What have they been known for the most in the past 100 years? For raping little boys. That's what they've been known for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So it's very likely that these names are very prominent names, like the ones you're mentioning, like Bill Gates, like Alan Dershowitz, and, like Prince Andrews. Poor guy can't even come to America anymore.
Well, good. He shouldn't come to America.
Donald Trump gave a badass massage to a Venezuelan, narco-terrorist.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was awesome.
Can you pull out that massage?
That was
How he massaged them?
It's awesome. It's awesome. It really is. This guy's going to be Maduro.
Look at this.
Is going to be shitting his pants. I put this on my TikTok today.
Unclassified. Boom. Gone.
Beautiful.
Instantly. Some kid, 18-year-old, in some airplane or some, office is playing drones. And this happens. But I agree. You want to bring drugs to my country? This is what happens to you. 100%. There's no question about it.
But this boat wasn't even coming to this country.
I know,
It was
but
going.
eventually these drugs
but
were going to come here.
No. What he's doing is he's protecting all those islands from the drugs getting there,
Caribbean islands.
so that these people don't get hooked on this stuff.
And this
so
is recent. This happened
he's
yesterday,
a bad guy.
September 2nd. Killed 11 people.
there was a news reporter at the press conference, and she said, "Were there any survivors? Are they just fucking idiots? Are they just idiots?"
In China, 20 different heads of state gathered in Tianjin, China, meeting at the SCO. SCO stands for Shanghai Cooperation Organization, correct? I think that's right. And these 20 leaders represent almost half the population of Earth. And before I go on, Tom, can you pull up the tweet Donald Trump tweeted out? There you go. It says the biggest. So this is he tweeted out after the parade, because they also had a parade.
Yeah, on Truth Social.
Exactly. After the the meeting, it says the big question to be answered is whether or not President Xi of China will mention the massive amount of support and blood that the United States of America gave to China in order to help it to secure freedom and capital from very unfriendly foreign invader. Many Americans died in China's quest for victory and glory. I hope that they are rightfully honored and remembered for their bravery and sacrifice. And this is the best part. May President Xi and the wonderful people of China have a great and lasting day of celebration. Please give my warmest regard to Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un as you conspire against the United States of America. You know, he's just pretty much showing them the middle finger right up to their faces. But these people are also doing the same thing to him. Mm-hmm. You know, he's been going back and forth with the tariff thing, but these people are just going there, Xi Jinping, Putin, and, you know, leader of India, and they're just showing the middle finger to them because they are trying to shift the balance of power.
So what we should do, we should stop buying shit from all of these people, and we should stop buying shit. We don't need 20 fucking shirts, and we don't need 50 pairs of shoes, and we don't need all that. We you know, and stop building the stuff here again like he's trying to do, and just tell them to off. Because without our economy, we're supporting their economy. Their goods are coming in here. They're making a lot of money off American workers, okay, who are buying this stuff. So I would just say, guess what? You, China, we're not buying your shit anymore. You're not going to get your stupid little rabbits with the big eyes or whatever those Pokemon type of things you see them all over the place. We don't need that junk, okay? We'll make our own stuff here. You. Do it on your own. And the economy's already collapsing.
Yeah, but we're not doing that great here either, just to let you know.
We're doing better.
The stock market is great, but, you know, looking at... So the jobs report just came out, and it's terrible. You know, people are not being able to find more jobs because a lot of companies are doing layoffs. But that's besides the point.
That could be an AI thing.
Yeah, and you know what Trump did? He fired the person in charge of the data of who comes up with the jobs report. He says it must have been rigged. It's a classic Trump. But
we don't know, though. We really don't know anymore.
That's what the news said. But yeah, that's besides the point. I agree with what you're saying. Yes, we should, you know, create and open up our own factories and make our own stuff and be less dependable on these countries. But you have to understand the fact that until recently, until Trump, and maybe prior to his first administration as well, the world was very dependable on one another, especially the East towards the West and the vice versa. Now, the East, which is the SCO, and primarily those three countries, India, China, and Russia, they're just, you know, laughing at Trump's face and saying, you know what, we're going to slowly divert from the West, and we're going to trade within, you know, these routes within the East.
Go right ahead.
Yeah,
Go right ahead.
And they are. That's exactly what they're doing. They want to develop their own bank. You know, they want to give loans to one another. You know, for instance,
who? Wait a minute. China already has their own banks.
No, I know. But you know how how the East, you know, comes to help to the U.S. every single time. IMF, International Monetary Fund, which is a tool of the United States, by the way. This was these you know institutions were created for the benefit of our country.
Yeah.
And then one thing I don't agree with is that when Trump comes into power and says, you know, NATO, you are getting too much money from the United States. You know, you should put equal amounts. Yes, that's fine. But also, I don't think he should take away all of the funding from the U.S. and let NATO just go broke, because NATO is a tool for the United States.
I don't think he's doing that, though.
No, I know. But that's the rhetoric. That was the rhetoric he was, you know, implying upon when he came to power initially, correct?
Yeah. Well, because you got to, in order to make them move, you got to say, hey, we're not going to do it anymore. And they're like, oh, then they start getting those scenarios in their head of, oh, what, if they do pull their money, what are we going to do? So let's make a deal. That's how he works. That's how I see him working. He seems like he's working with. He's got Japan. He's got all these countries. They're all coming aboard. I think China and Russia are scared because he's actually moving, like the Democrats. You know, he closed the border. He's making it safer. The tariffs are actually working, okay, to bring industry back here, to bring money back into this country. I think that China's running scared. I think North Korea is running scared. And Russia, why is this guy, you're supposed to be in peace talks, and he just bombed, 500 friggin' bombs or something in Ukraine today or yesterday?
Most likely he didn't get what he wanted. That's why.
Well, whatever. You're going to just take him out. Just take him out. You were right next to him. Take him out. You were right there.
My question for you, Rob, is this. Joe brought this to my attention. If these tariffs are really working, how come we're lowering the tariffs week after week after week? Joe, you said we had China on a
125% tariff, and then we brought them down all the way to like 30,
because they're making deals. You got to start somewhere. And you go, okay, we'll bring it down if you do this. We'll bring it down if you do that.
What he's trying to say is that it's hurting both economies. Yes, it's hurting China more than the U.S. 100%.
How is it? I don't feel it. Do you feel it? I don't feel it.
Everything is
everything's been going up.
Everything is very expensive. I don't know when's the last time you've done construction, but a lot of construction material. Okay.
That happened during COVID.
I know.
That's when everything
COVID
tripled.
Due to different reasons.
Yeah.
COVID was because, the ports were closed, people were unable to get their goods delivered. It's because of those reasons.
It was fucking greed. That's what it was. They had an opportunity to over the people. And I remember plywood went up 4 times what it was. And that's not cool.
My friend is an architect. He's a contractor, and I talk to him almost every other day, if not every day. And he's telling me how every single time he goes to give a quote, because he's doing a lot of houses in Altadena. He's building a lot of houses in Altadena right now. Everything is getting more and more expensive on a daily basis, and a lot of these items, even tools, a lot of tools. They're made in China, are they not?
In California or all over the country?
No, all over the country. It's not only in California.
But I mean, we don't know. We don't know.
He's going to the store to buy these things.
I know, but he's going to the store in California. The gasoline in California is more. It costs more than the gasoline in Arizona.
But the tariff is not only for a state; it's for a country. So if it's coming to California at one price, it's going to another country for another state at the same price.
No, it's not.
No. Tariff-wise, I'm saying tariff-wise. They might have a different deal, 10 cents cheaper or $1 cheaper here and there. That's not the point. What I'm saying, it's still more expensive. If let's say if in Ohio it's $1 and it's $2 here, whatever the item is. This is just a hypothetical. If it's $1 in Ohio now because of the tariffs, it's $1.25 or $1.35, for example. And here it's $2.25 or $2.35. You got to see this. I don't know if you've seen this. So Druski. He's like an internet personality. He's very famous.
I don't know who he is. I was talking to Tom.
You're old enough, so that's why I'm
I just don't.
You if you know him or not.
He's not in my algorithm, so I don't see him.
Yeah. So this is Druski. Okay, he went to a NASCAR game or event.
I don't want to see his saggy tits. I'll tell you that much. Look at him; they're jiggling around.
Now, Tom, can you show Rob the real Druski? So this is the real guy.
He looks better as a country. He looks better with the cowboy hat than he does over there. With that too, look the blonde hair and the dark beard.
I think this is funny, man. I think this is funny. He's like more of a comedic influencer. That's most of his. Content is things like this.
Well, he's for the new generation. I've seen all this shit. I mean, it's like I've seen that kind of.
Is this okay for you as a white male?
I don't give a shit. Do whatever you got to do, man.
Right.
You're not offending me.
Exactly.